everybody, Basket here. I wanted to give you a little update on the on Basketopia. I've done a lot of digging and a lot of work on it. So let's head down. I moved the portal stair, or not the portal, but the beacon ladder. I moved it over because otherwise I couldn't really see. So as we head down, you can see that I've dug out quite a bit more of the different layers. So now it just goes straight down. And I dug just about all of the bottom that I had to dig for the main area. Let me head on over here. So you can see I still have this thing here because I have a leak, but so up here, this is the dome that'll come down and then it'll circle around there. I put in grass in the bottom. Head down this layer. So we have Gopher Boy actually is on the server now, and he suggested to me to handle the slimes. The slimes like to actually head into the corner of a room. In this case, I don't have a corner, but they're most likely going to try and run into one of these walls. Into one of these walls, and so what I'm going to do is actually have a water moat going around the outside, and I'll see how that works to capture the big guys, drown them, and then see if that kills them, because right now they're really obnoxious. But so this is the grass in the bottom, the start of the dome wall going around it, and then this one still, I think actually this one connects up, I believe. So I'll just need to continue that all the way around and then dig out the rest, and then I'll let all the water come through, and I'll probably keep on extending these out because these are going to be rooms going off to the side. Once I have the actual main dome up, I'm going to build some structures, like some better storage, because this is kind of crazy. But it's night right now, so I wanted to hop in bed and pass the night. Whoa. Well, that's a lot of progress that all of a sudden just happened. So as you can see, I've done a little bit more work since I went to go sleep. I moved my bed for one, when I'm looking back at the other transition. Anyway, so it's hard to see actually behind this water that's pouring in. But if you look around this corner over here, there's actually in each of these, I guess they're not really corners, but I'm treating them as corners because these are more flat. So in these corners, I actually have the ice arc in there in each of the four corners. So it's basically this, but then in these other corners there's actually leaks along with it. And then this I have over, oh, I haven't done that one yet, or that one. So I guess just this one. I did that one. So what I ended up doing is doing it in sort of phases, because I was trying to just I did the top part of the dome, and then I did the bottom part here, and then I was trying to do different arcs, but I ran into some problems where after working on it for a while, the actual parts, I changed from my original dome that was all glass inside the water that you saw earlier. I changed the dome into a different test world, and I think as a result they didn't quite line up. So this actual thing right here that goes around, I'm going to get rid of that in favor of just doing up, and then it's going to go up, and then I'm going to make it so that the dome up here is already built. So I'm going to make, as these arc up, I'm going to make it work with the design, because there's actually a little bit. I mean, you're not going to be able to see it because obviously it's just a bunch of ice. But right here, I mean, now I'm telling you about it, so you'll see it. But in here, once the water's all gone, there's actually more flat than there would have been had it been a perfect kind of arc. But it's close enough. What I did to actually build this, because it's kind of hard to see. Let me see. Get an ender pearl. So when you're up in here, oops, missed. I also dug all the way around the perimeter. I dug all that out up top, and so that way it's easier to. Where am I? Oh, right. Then it's easier to to kind of see up top where I have to dig. So I've actually built all this stuff on the outside, but if you notice, it's hard for me to see right now, and probably my guess is on YouTube you can't even really see the ice at all. That's my guess. So what I actually did was I took a texture pack, or I guess a resource pack nowadays. This is the one that I used, in case you're curious. But then I actually changed it so that I used I can't remember what texture it was, but a texture for some sort of block. Maybe an iron block. And then I replaced ice with that iron block texture, and then got rid of everything else in the texture pack. So I actually went this one here. So that way I can actually see the blocks to work on it. So this is how I actually handled trying to build the thing without being able to see. So that way I can, it works out pretty well. Let me head over here. So if you come in here, you can see more of the shape, and you can actually see the ice blocks, because otherwise you can't really see anything at all. And then because it's still technically ice, here you can't see it because you're looking through water. So let me go around here. Oh, there's a zombie in there. Let's see if I swim over here. Yeah, we can get over here. Okay, cool. So this is... Actually, it's still underneath the water, isn't it? I don't have my diving helmet on. Oh yeah, I don't have it with me. So get some air really quick before I suffocate. Alright, good. So this is the top of the dome that came down, and then here is the transition that I had to add in to match up with the sides of that other area. And eventually what I'll do is after I build this part here and over here, I may fix this up because I think that this might not match up exactly, at least up at the top for the gunpowder. This might not match up exactly. I'll verify that it matches up, and then I need to build the sort of these. I don't know what to call these, because these are, again, if these are corners and these are the flat parts, these are like the corners or something. So I'll need to build those in, and then figure out what the design is going to be exactly for those. What else did I do? So over here, I also took all those chests that I had piled up over here, and I've, for the most part, at least organized them. Although right now you can't actually; it's hard to see because of the leak in the ceiling. Let me see if I can get up here. So most of this is all cobble, and then I have some other stuff, but it's all sort of sorted out. So that all the ender pearls are in here, and then all the mob drops are in here. I'll probably expand this to be more space, but this is actually just temporary. Once I get the dome done, I'm going to build a structure. Let me get the other resource pack on. Once I actually build the structure, I'm going to, and there's no more water in here. I'm going to build the building. I think it's going to be a central building in the middle, and then potentially side buildings around, a couple spots on the outside. I haven't quite decided all that yet. The other thing I want to show you guys over here, this moat that I built by Gopher Boy's suggestion. I actually had to make a little bigger than I originally thought I had to. So I had to make it so that it was... Okay, it's drowning over there. Here. Had to make it so that it was at least 3 wide, so the big guys would go inside, and actually had to make it 3 deep. So the big slimes, when they go in here, they sit in the bottom for a little while, and then they suffocate. They turn to the smaller ones, they suffocate, and so on and so forth. So eventually they all die. And then I've done that all the way around. These ones are filled up with water, and these ones aren't right now. So once actually I'm done with these leaks, then I'm going to fill in those moats. For now, they're just empty spots. But I've made it pretty in the inside, even though you can't really tell. So there's dirt and then smooth stone all the way along the bottom. But I'll fill this in with ice and then break the ice once I get the dome actually finished. And I moved... I had some pumpkin farms over here that were nicely set up before I broke into the ceiling. So they're kind of beat up a little bit. And then I think I have to make sure I don't use up all my nether wart, because I Looks like I washed all that away. So I think I will show you the modified test world that I'm using for Basketopia, so that you can see what I changed from looking at just glass, because trying to count glass blocks to build these things is not very easy. So let me hop over there. Alrighty, so this is Basketopia Test World 3. I was trying to build the dome in different material. These two actually made too short, so they didn't really work out. But then I remembered that it had to be this particular size. So let me hop into the air. So so right about here is where the transition from the dome that I built before and then this dome is. So right around here. I think that when I placed this down, it was maybe one block lower or higher than the other one, or somehow something happened so that this dome isn't quite exactly the one that was ice, or rather glass in the previous test world. So they don't quite line up, but I don't think it'll matter too much. So what I did here, a recommendation if you're going to try and build something huge like this, let's go to this side. So suppose you're trying to build this side over here, and you are and you're trying to count blocks. So you have this up on MC Edit on the screen next to you, and you're trying to count all these blocks, and your eyes start bugging out, and you can't really count. And especially something like this, on a harder texture, it'd be harder to tell. This is, I think, dispensers, I believe I put it as. So it's a little bit easier to see where blocks are compared to something like smooth stone or something like that. What I recommend is what I did over here, where I actually took it into sections. So this is what I'm calling the corner, and so it's a lot easier to see down here. Okay, well, I'm just going to build this smooth stone brick, or stone brick, I guess. And so then I can be able to see, okay, well, so it's 2, 4, 2, and so on and so forth. So that way you're able to more easily kind of separate it out and count things out in a more reasonable way. And then I did the same over here, where I said, okay, well, this is the sides, I guess, of the thing. And then so you can kind of count it out a lot easier, and you can build up this thing and then build these different sections. And when I'm building this, I may actually separate this out again into 2 parts here with different materials to make it more reasonable to try and count out. Although I guess it's not too bad. If I build this, I got mail. If I build this and this and this, I think that will be reasonable. I think I'll be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue working on the dome. I'll have to collect more ice because I'm out, but then I'll check back in with you guys. And there we have it. Took a lot of ice. When I stand closer to the beacon, you can see better. Took a lot of ice and took a lot of time. Some of the parts aren't perfect because it was hard to follow to be perfect, but it's close enough. I kind of improv'd, I guess, or not improv, but whatever. Yeah, I sort of made it up in a couple spots. What is this? Oh, I guess I missed some stuff. And these are chests that are on top. So eventually, once I have a storage mechanism, I'm going to actually go in and empty out those chests. I think that they're just like dirt and sand and stuff. Let me get rid of this. Which pick is this? This is the... So I have to do a slow pick, because if I do a fast pick, it'll break through all the ice as well. Alright, is that everything? Yeah, good. So, now we have the ice dome. So probably the next thing I need to do is figure out what building I want to build, but then at the same time I'm going to do a little bit terraforming. I don't know if I'm going to build the terrain or the building first. I'll have to see. Maybe I'll start looking at different images on Google Images for different interesting buildings, Try and see. Might do a castle thing kind of in the middle. I haven't quite decided. But I wanted to. Oh, let's go up top and get a view from up there. So this is. So we'll go this way. So as you go up, you can see right through. So you can still see a bunch of the different abandoned mine shafts and stuff that are still around, and that like skeletons and stuff. So I'm going to take all this and clear out spot for the side domes at some point, and then also I have to fill in the water too, and then also sort of gradually bring up the surface, as opposed to right now where it's just a straight cut. Let's head up to the top so we can see what that looks like. And come out here. Yeah, so you can see everything really well. I might actually take out these pumpkins there and make it so it's just a lit ring. I think it'll look cooler. Yeah, I like it. And eventually my plan, I think, is instead of the portal here, it's going to be actually somewhere over there. Let's see, what direction? I don't know, some direction. And then you'll be on a little island or a little mini bubble. You'll take a rail coming in, so that way as you come into the place, you'll be able to see it from the outside. Because I think in the water, what does it look like in the water? Yeah, so in the water you actually see the whole dome. Although coming from the rail, you'll be inside ice looking through, but all you'll see is the ice going around you, and you won't actually see the water, and you won't see this ice here. It'll just, you'll be able to look straight through because of the way that the ice and water interact. Let me, I guess with you guys here, we can put in the water into the other two moats now that we're all done building. So what I was doing to do that is I was in here, make sure there's no bad guys in here before I turn my back. I had a creeper explode on me earlier because this area is not really well lit because I wasn't really planning on and there's probably a more efficient way of doing all this, but I'm just going to do it this way. And this will be pretty close to efficient. We'll see. A little more. And so this is, Etho does this all the time. But he probably puts it in the right spots, but this is a easier way than trying to do buckets and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to use that pick, because my other pick, with haste, I'll probably tear through the whole floor. That wouldn't be good. So then this creates an infinite water source going all the way around. Looks like I missed this area over here. So I can actually just break it like that too. Oh, I should have grabbed more when I was up there. Didn't think about it. I think I have more in the chest. I hear lava below me. Very good. Infinite springs. And this is anti-slime mechanism. That's the hope, at least. We'll see it once I'm actually up and running and over here more often. We'll get to see if yeah, I gotta grab more now. We'll see if how well that actually works. We will see. Sprint. Ice. Not very much. So I might need to go get more, actually. Possibly. We'll see. Because there's this layer, but then there's another 2 layers above that that I'll put some in for. So we will see if this is enough. Looks like I'm missing a dirt block there. Enderman. Get rid of this. Good, that fills in. And we need it here. And I'll probably skip. I just want to show you how this works in case you haven't ever seen it before. this sort of technique. But let's see, put one there. Yeah, I guess I could have laid these all out before I showed you guys, but that's okay because I've done a lot of this other stuff without showing you guys, so I figured I would do something on camera for instead of just everything as a summary. But I have a feeling I might have enough. 42 left. Oops. So right now these are all just on this one side, but then I think when I can go up top and have a better... Ooh, that didn't work at all. I have silk touch. I do. Put that back. So I do this corner. We'll see how well that really works. I don't know where that zombie is. Alright. So we'll swim up top, I think, if we can get up. Oh, I can't swim up? Ooh. Okay. I see. I figured I could swim up. Huh. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I need that there, and let's see. Oh, it doesn't take it very far. I thought I was going to take it further. So maybe I have to do the other side the same way I did that side. Or at least a little bit of it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go more ice, looks like. That's okay. I guess in this case maybe it was better to use a bucket. Oops. Oh, whatever. And right over here. Nope, didn't work. Okay, almost there. Oh, okay, good. So that layer's done. And then I'll finish the other layer off camera, and then I'll do the other moat. So I think that'll wrap up this episode. It took, I'm not really sure how long the video will be, but believe me, it was a lot of off-camera time drowning, building this stuff, because I built it from the outside, and so I'd have to keep it running over to the edge, and then throwing it on a torch. So I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions on what I should do for the train or the building. And we'll see how this goes. Thanks for watching.